Doing some bookkeeping here, Taylor. Hold on one second here.
Okay, we are live.
All right. So trying an experiment here. I haven't used the live to YouTube unfiltered since we record these meetings anyway. Applied machine learning weekly team meeting. We'll give it a try here today. So first item was to remind ourselves to use the stream live to YouTube feature. So I've done it. So let's continue the discussion on Kafka open source versus Kafka commercial via Confluent versus Google PubSub for the proof of concept and post the proof of concept. Where Alexander and Mihao and I left it, I believe, is that we need more time to really evaluate to see if we want to use a commercial solution for PubSub like Confluent. So we've already integrated Kafka, and the commercial version of Confluent, but with a developer license. And as long as we can keep, which is free, as long as we can stay on the developer one node license for the proof of concept, I think that's great for the proof of concept. And then post proof of concept, we can consider, do we want to continue with that and pay for it? Do we want to go open source Kafka, not pay for it, but have more work for us to do and more learnings for us to do, or use Google PubSub instead, which is not free. We pay for that too, but it's part of our existing GCP contract. What are your thoughts on it, Xander?
I think for the proof of concept, it's fine right now to use Confluent platform with a development license. It's understood right now if everything is fine after our last meeting with Confluent, right? In general, I think that maybe we don't need to have Kafka on the customer side. So in this case, if we don't need Kafka there, so we can stay with Kafka in our own Google Cloud instance, or we can switch to PubSub. So of course, like if we speak about data flow, okay, about Apache Beam. So on data flow is a backend for Apache Beam, and originally it was developed by Google. And of course, the connection between data flow and PubSub, so is user friendly. It's not like Beam, Apache Beam, and Python SDK and Kafka. So as I said in one of the issues, so it's not that easy to connect Python SDK for Beam and Kafka. So that's why for now I decided to connect Beam or Dataflow in our case with Postgres directly without using Kafka. So that's where I'm currently working on.
Okay. I didn't catch all of you, but if you could add your notes to the doc, that'd be great. You don't need to do it now, of course, but that'd be great for later. So just a quick question for, are we using any features or configurations Confluent for the POC that would require us to use a trial license, which is free for 30 days versus the developer license, which is free forever?
As I understood, no, because we use only one broker. And according to their documentation, that's the development license.
What about any of the commercial connectors?
Yeah, we have this connector to move data from Kafka to Google Cloud Storage. But as I understood, if we use one broker and this connector, that's still the development license. So that's how it's written.
Okay.
Like I didn't understand it from our last meeting with Confluent, but according to their documentation, it looks like this is the development license.
Can you okay, I'm talking to them again later today. Yeah, and I will confirm. Great. So number 3, how are we tracking on the completing the POC, the proof of concept, and demonstrating it by the end of the month? What would you say on that, Alexander?
Yeah, I'm trying to find what I wrote.
Yeah, number 3 in the agenda.
Oh, yeah, I see. It changed. So yeah, so right now I'm working on connecting data flow and Postgres. The connection between the extract stage and transform stage is done. So we need to make the last connection, we need to change the code inside each of the component, because we changed the database. Because before we use Mongo, right now we use Postgres. So that's why we need to change some of the things. Then we need to run this pipeline. At this time, we need to run it manually, because we don't have any Airflow, or we don't connect to GitLab pipeline. So we need to run it manually. And then, once we get the data, we can train the model, put it inside Kubernetes, and finally we need to update the user interface, or check what maybe we will break something, but I hope no. And that's all. So I hope, yes, that we will finish until the end of this month, but maybe I would like to have at least 1 week more, just to be sure that everything is fine. But I hope I will try to do the best to finish everything during this month.
Okay, so overall, feeling good about the timeline?
Yeah.
Great. And then you also have an update with number 4.
Yeah, I said that I'm currently working on that. So maybe
Postgres, etc. Sorry, yep, you went ahead of it. So tell me about, I know Michal couldn't make it today. So what's he been doing with Terraform? So I see you're thanking him for all the great work with Terraform. What has he been up to?
So I like how we work with Mihail, because I wrote the YAML definitions to provision Postgres and Kafka, and after that, Mihail wrote Terraform scripts to make it better. So we split the work. We had some issues there, but as I understood, we resolved them. Mihail resolved them with Terraform.
Great, so we can rebuild the environment very quickly since we have the Terraform scripts. Yeah,
we need to do the same thing with Terraform and Kafka, as I understood, because this issue is not closed right now. But I wrote all the YAML definitions, all the YAML files with the documentation how to run them. So I hope that we will close this issue soon.
Great. Oh, jumping back a bit, can you Slack me later with the link, or put in the note, or put in the notes on the plugin, the adapter, is that the right term, the Confluent connector that we're using, so I can review.
You mean that we use right now? Yes, this private one?
Yeah, that we're using right now and planning to use in the POC.
Okay.
Yeah, great, thank you. Taylor, you have the next one.
There it is. I lost my mute button. Okay, so we should welcome Eduardo Bonnet, who was hired by Bartek as our MLOps full stack engineer and incubation engineering. David and I have talked through how we'll square incubation engineering's call to action with what this group is doing, and ultimately our main thought initially here is that if there are things that are broken or could work better with running data science workloads within GitLab CI, Eduardo will be in a good position to be able to fix those things for us. So I know there are existing bugs with our Jupyter Notebook integration that I think would be some easy first issues for Eduardo, but as we start building this out, I think if you have ideas or things that I just really wish it did X, that will be a good focus for Eduardo initially. We're still trying to square really what incubation engineering is and how it relates to the model ops stage. More to come on that. I'm actually meeting with Eduardo here in 15 minutes and kind of going to walk him through where we've been, where we're going, what's next. So yeah, feel free to grab coffee chats and say hi. Consider him kind of part of this group. He's kind of off on his own little island, very similar to the way we are here. So I think we will find a lot of synergy with him. He is based out of Amsterdam, so Alexander, I think he'll overlap more with your day. So hopefully that'll be someone that will end up being much more of a counterpart to you.
Yeah, we had a coffee chat with Eduardo just 30 minutes ago.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing one with him. I think it's tomorrow, and I definitely encourage others to do so as well. To meet Eduardo. Also, I did add an issue for Milestone to investigate what Eduardo's been working on, and it is already working on an ML ops and potential use of it in the applied ML team. I'm sure some of it will apply, and I'm sure some of it won't. At least create an issue to try to get.
Awesome.
We're glad you were able to join us today. Any impressions or thoughts for the group?
I put the link inside the doc.
Oh, thank you. I just say appreciate you joining today.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I'm mostly learning, so I rather listen rather than talk. Thank you very much, Alexander, Taylor, and Mikhail for the work.
Okay, thanks, Alfred. All right, that's everything we have on the agenda. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.